Hello and welcome to Katrinas Creations. Today I am going to be talking about and modeling my cardigans and my ponchos that I have made. Some are knitted, some are crocheted. If I can remember the yarn or the pattern, I will let you know what they were. So with that, let's get started. This is the first cardigan. It's like a coat of many colors. This was a scrappy one. My arms are a little bit long. Maybe I shrunk, I don't know. Here it is up close. These are done with a mitered square pattern. And each of these are about 3 inches by 3 inches. There's no pattern for this. I just made it out of scrap yarns. And then I put an I-cord edging all the way around it. There's no pockets, which I wish I would have thought about that and made, but it comes down pretty low. It's very soft, but I don't tend to wear it a lot because I have to wear it with something solid because it's too many colors. But it is very comfortable, and I don't know what happened to my sleeves there. So like I said, my arms must be shrinking. This one is the Barton cardigan. This is by Marley Bird. She does both knitting and crochet patterns. This is probably my most difficult pattern that I have ever done because it had I think it was 5 charts you had to work off of. There was a chart in the back, one for each side, and then there is a gusset in the side here to keep it flared out a little bit. Let me walk up close, you'll see why it is so detailed. So it is literally cabled all over. Now, the original pattern for this is 3/4 length. I made it long sleeved because I couldn't see the point of 3/4 length. The only thing, and it is normally a shorter sweater, I made this longer, and I have debated whether to, because this was knit from the top to the bottom, so I could unravel some of this and make it a little bit shorter, because it is, when I made it longer than it called for, but I think I kind of made it a little too long. It's fine in the back, it comes just below my hips, but in the front, because of that, it kind of hangs down. So I'll step back so you can see what I'm talking about. So here it is. It does not have buttons, which is something I would put on it next time if I were to make it, is I would do a button band on here just to hold it better. But you can see the back comes right here to about mid-hip. But the front, because it doesn't button down, it tends to kind of pull down, kind of tear down a little bit, or cascade down. You can kind of see it here. So that's the one thing I don't like about it, but if I was to rip out the bottom and take it up to about here, I think that might be a little more doable. So it is a thought that I might do. This is 100% wool, and I have intentionally shrunk it before because it was way, way, way too big after I had some weight loss, which unfortunately I have gained some of that back. But here is what the pattern looks like. It starts out with these like kind of cables, and they continually get wider as you go down. And this was, it was not a free pattern, I don't believe. I got it out of a book that I have, but it is called the Barton cardigan. These next 2 cardigans I'm going to show you are crocheted. This one I did not use a pattern for, I just kind of winged it. It is all double crochet, as you can see. And the buttons that it has on it, they actually have a live edge of wood here. These were gifted to me by Demetra, who is one of the viewers here. She contributes to Show and Tell quite often, and she lives up in Canada. So I have a little piece of Canada when I wear this. So thank you again, Demetra. I love the way they look with this sweater. This sweater is 100% wool also. And I keep saying sweater. Here in the US, we tend to call a sweater either a cardigan. We tend to interchange it with sweater. Even if it's a pullover sweater, we still kind of call it a sweater. So don't mean to sound confusing, but it's just terminology we use. This one has just the buttons that go part way down, and then it goes in the back here. It is slightly itchy because it is a rougher wool. It's not like scratchy, but it is definitely more rustic, as they call it. But yeah, I have a lot of things in this color, so I can get a lot of use out of this. So now I'll show you my last cardigan, and then we'll go on to some ponchos. Now this cardigan is made out of Lion Brand homespun. It is super soft. It's also super warm. I don't remember what this color is. It's kind of, it might be showing brown up here, but it's actually kind of a burgundy and black and a gold. And then it has a collar that comes down, and as, if I can stand back so you can see it, I edged all of the edging with black, which you can see here. But as it comes down to the front here, I flared it out, and these form pockets. So I did not use a pattern for this, and I've actually remade this twice because the first time I made it after I had the weight loss surgery, it was too big, and it's still a little bit too big, and the pockets are kind of lower than my arms are, because like I said, my arms must be shrinking. But anyway, here is what it looks like. It is really soft and it is warm. It covers important spots, if you know what I mean. And yeah, the pockets, I have to kind of squish my arms down to get my hands into the pockets, but it does not have buttons on it or anything. It's just kind of a throw over. And yeah, so there it is. So now we will get into the ponchos. So this first poncho I could literally cry over. I made this, it is a signature pattern from Annie's craft store. It was called the Forevermore poncho, and I jokingly called it Forever because it was taking me forever to do it, because it has all these chevrons all the way around it. And it is a poncho where it is kind of a poncho here, but then it's got arms in it. But it was huge. So here's what part that I could cry over. So it was entirely too big. I decided I would intentionally shrink it, but it didn't work out as well as when I shrunk the Barton cardigan. I lost a lot of the pattern after all that work. So you can see the pattern is still visible, but it's nowhere near as crisp as it used to be because the yarn actually felted, and you can see some of the felting in here. The stitches are nowhere near as crisp. Do I wear this much? No, I'll be honest, I don't, because it's just awkward and it's like really bulky this way, you know, like bat wings sort of. So yeah, it's a little bit, and it could be a little longer. So yeah, I don't use this as much, plus every time, because it has a closer neckline, if I take it on and off, I mess my hair up. So yeah, I don't tend to wear it all that much. This poncho, I don't remember the name of it. It was a free pattern on the ball band of this yarn, and this is a Katya yarn. I believe it is an acrylic, but I wear it a lot in the fall because of the colors. It works really well for this. This is knitted, and it's kind of sort of like a basket weave stitch. You can kind of see it there. Kind of reminds me of the basket weave stitch. And the original pattern for this called for, you know, your shoulders only attached here. Your arms were supposed to be slit most of the way. And I didn't know if I would like that or not. So what I did, and this was an idea that Yoka Sherman Nagel gave me, was why not sew it all the way down, but leave a little slit in here so I could stick my arms out rather than have these flappy pieces hanging, which is what the intention was. So here is what it looks like. Like I said, I don't remember the name of the yarn or the pattern. I do know that it was a Katya yarn. But yeah, it's very comfortable, and I wear it with like solid browns. And it is kind of an asymmetrical, so the point, as you can see, doesn't hang exactly in the center. It's kind of offset. So, but I do get a lot of use out of this. This pattern is actually one of my own design. It's called the Warm and Striped poncho. It is a free pattern over on Lovecrafts if you want to check it out. It is all single crochet. As you can see, it's a very simple pattern. This brown yarn or tan yarn is the same that the Barton cardigan was made out of. It was left over, and so I made this, and there it is. I'll be honest, I very, very rarely ever wear it. I might see if my granddaughter would like it, because it is a shorter poncho. And yeah, I have found a lot of the ponchos I have come to the point, and I actually am liking more the type that are more rounded or square, because it really bugs me when I put something on and I have this part here. It's like you got to make sure you coordinate everything, or it's going to really stand out and it looks frumpy for me because I'm short. So yeah, I've gotten so I kind of like the ones that are more rounded. They also hide more things. But anyway, this is, like I said, a free pattern over on Lovecrafts, and is the warm and striped poncho. The last poncho I have is also a fall type of poncho. It is a large poncho. This, and I'm trying to think, I believe I made this bigger than what the actual pattern was. I bought this from a kit from Craftsy. The pattern is called Pladaptation. You could, at the time I bought it, you could just buy the yarn and then buy the pattern separate, but I didn't. I bought it all together. And this yarn, was it called Sprite? Sprite, it's all acrylic. I think it was Sprightly or Sprite, something like that. It is a worsted weight, and it has these buttons that go down the front, and this is knitted, but you actually do plaids, which sounds intimidating, but it really isn't. You knit the stripes and you kind of leave a channel, like a purl channel all the way down here, and then you chain stitch up through there afterwards. So the plaid comes after you put it together. So I'll stand back so you can see it, but as you can see, this is a larger poncho. It comes down quite a ways, even on my arms that are shrinking. It comes all the way down. So yeah, it's a good fall sweater. It's also very snuggly because it's acrylic. It's easy to wash. So yeah, so that is the Pladaptation. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. It helps in the analytics for YouTube. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and clicking the little red buttons down below. That will let you know whenever I am posting a video. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.